I don't know if you noticed, but if you look at the data this morning, the new jobs numbers are out, and it's not good. The numbers are not good. We are seeing a slowdown in the recovery. Unemployment continues to be high. And as we enter these winter months, we are in some dark days ahead. Here's what the Federal Reserve just had to say about this. They held their short-term borrowing rates near zero. They're keeping those near zero because they want to continue to see the economy growing. And by keeping them near zero is an admission that things are not going well. Here was Chairman Powell yesterday speaking on this exact issue.
Even so, overall economic activity remains well below its level before the pandemic, and the path ahead remains highly uncertain. In the labor market, roughly half of the 22 million jobs that were lost in March and April have been regained, as many people were able to return to work. As with overall economic activity, the pace of improvement in the labor market has moderated. The unemployment rate declined over the past 5 months, but remained elevated at 7.9% as of September. Although we welcome this progress, we will not lose sight of the millions of Americans who remain out of work. The economic downturn has not fallen equally on all Americans, and those least able to shoulder the burden have been hardest hit.
So that's the issue here, is that we can hear about Wall Street doing fine. Everyone's excited about, stock market's doing great. They're making so much money. Big tech companies don't want to have to worry about regulation. Pharmaceutical companies don't have to worry about their profits being slashed because drug prices will probably stay as high as they are with a Biden presidency and a Senate that won't do anything. Supporting big business, that's what they do. But you hear the chairman right there talking about how this unemployment has adversely affected those lower income Americans. They are harder hit. Those people making $30,000 or less a year, those are the ones that are getting crushed. And these labor numbers are not good. Any way you slice it, they're not good. As he says, economic activity and employment have continued to recover, but remain well below their levels at the beginning of the year. And he said, we are concerned about the labor market and I love how he says moderating. It's moderating. That's the Fed's way of saying it's not good. Can't we just use real words? Hey, this sucks. Wouldn't it be great if Chairman Powell came out and he's like, look, I'm getting rid of all the jargon today. You guys ready? Yeah, housing, effing great, man. Doing great. All my Wall Street buddies have been calling me. These guys are rolling in it. They're having a fantastic time. You lower income workers who are unemployed, you guys are screwed. And we're not doing anything about it. But I'm taking care of my Wall Street buddies. What is that, like that YouTube channel, like Honest Trailers? Or Honest Movie Trailers?
Honest Trailers, yeah.
It's like Honest Trailers, right? We should have Honest Fed. Like, this is what they actually mean. Is monetary policy out of power? Is it out of power? Are they out of ammunition? He was asked this question. And he says, no, I don't think that. He said, I think that we're strongly committed to using these powerful tools that we have at our disposal to support the economy during this difficult time for as long as needed, and no one should have any doubt about that. So, which brings up the broader question about extended stimulus. And so he's saying right there, we are strongly committed to using these powerful tools that we have to support the economy during this difficult time. And an area that they're most concerned with is the labor market and the consumer confidence and being able to spend. So, look, that you buying stuff, which is a good number, it can only continue for so long if millions of Americans continue to lose their jobs and have no source of income whatsoever during this pandemic. And we're heading into record-breaking coronavirus numbers as of this morning. New records again, over 100,000 new cases. And we're heading into the coldest months of the year, where it's only going to get worse. And new lockdowns emerging. Of course, Europe under lockdown. Once again, pubs, restaurants told can't sell alcohol in France, done, can't do takeaway. stay home, don't go to work. This is coming to the United States, and it's going to start happening in different states, and it's only going to get worse for these businesses, particularly the hospitality sector, like the restaurants and so forth. Yeah, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, it's too bad that we can't demand that until the Congress and Senate take care of the people, we take their salaries, insurance from them, and say, we pay your salary. We're going to hold that until you take care of us. It's a shame that we don't utilize the power that we actually have if we realized it.
Right. And, look, they have better health care than we do, right? That's the other funny part of this. So they have government run health care. They're happy with it, right? Taxpayers pay for their health care in Congress. They're taken care of. We pay their salaries. We pay for their lifestyle. How about you start to return the favor? And instead of spending $900 billion a year on our defense contracts and fighting all these phony wars so that you can keep all of these defense contractors happy, why don't you actually start providing some sort of a universal basic income, Medicare for all, help us through this pandemic? Like Bernie Sanders wanted this Emergency Money for the People Act. $2,000 a month retroactively. But of course, there's still a push to have the Federal Reserve do something, to step in. So we will wait and see who the president of the United States is in the next 24 hours. Likely will be Biden. Will he keep Fed Chief Jerome Powell on? Will Powell tell him, look, we've got to do something? Will he try to bring Mitch McConnell to the table and actually get meaningful stimulus passed before the end of the year? Mitch McConnell says he believes we need stimulus before the end of the year. Oh, great. Now you do, Turtle Boy? So all summer you just wanted to pause, wait till we cram through your judges on the Supreme Court, wait till after the election, and now we're going to pass meaningful stimulus? It is definitely interesting to think about what President Trump wants. Jeff Stein tweeted yesterday from the Washington Post, and he quoted a source saying that there's no way that President Trump, as a lame duck president, is going to have his last executive signature on a $2 trillion debt bill before he leaves office. Like, that will be his last final piece of his legacy, to sign $2 trillion more that the country would go into debt. I kind of, in some ways, I disagree with that. I think the president it's like the Joker in The Dark Knight. Like some people just want to see the world burn. They don't really care about the rubies in the forest. That story that Alfred tells Bruce Wayne about the rubies in Burma or whatever. Some people don't care about the rubies at all. They just want to see the world burn. And Trump wants to take the country down with him. So I think he would sign a stimulus if it was put on his desk. Here you go. Here's your $2 trillion stimulus. See you later, everyone. I've got to go deal with lawsuits and possible prosecutions in the Southern District of New York for all of my shady Trump Organization BS I've been pulling for the last number of years.
Hey, that actually would be
to worry about.
That actually would be a temper tantrum I'd enjoy. If he gave us $2 trillion on the way out. Well, here you go. We're going to give away some of your money. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Here's $2 trillion. Bye, suckers. Figure this one out. I got a $7 trillion further in the hole while I was here. Here's 2 more. What's 2 more, That's like when I'm eating a cupcake. And I just keep eating, I'm like, well, I've already had a cupcake. I might as well have another one. Right? I'm fat enough. Can't get that much fatter, I guess. Turns out you can. And I am. Let me know your thoughts on this. The Federal Reserve and where we stand, and whether or not the Federal Reserve will pull out some sort of a digital currency in the form of stimulus for the American people. Will there be a Jerome Powell that will stand and say, we've got to do something? And you know what? We are empowered as the central bank to get it done. So drop me a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I read every one of my comments.